What are you expecting as far as a damage bill goes, and how long do you think it's going to take for you to recover from this?
Okay, look, we expect to recover probably in the next week or so, but it won't be from our location here at home. We'll be going down to the public facilities, which will be open by then. We'll be doing basic tours, like from bus groups, but our backbone of our work comes from the self-drive market. They won't be able to come through our property here until we've fixed the bridge up. I can't remember the other part of that question, but it'll probably be another week or so before we can start doing our tour groups. But people coming through privately, not for several weeks yet.
We heard the Prime Minister speak today. He's announced some assistance for tourism operators. He also gave the message for people to still come to Far North Queensland. You're saying you're still going to be a couple of weeks away from being able to operate as you normally would. But, I mean, what is your message to people about coming to Far North Queensland right now?
What is my message to people coming to Far North Queensland? The main interest in our tour, of course, as wildlife presenters, is a chance to see crocodiles. They will have that opportunity. The crocodiles will be cold, as the water is cold, so sightings will be good. What else can I tell people? Come with an open mind. You might be surprised at the extent of the damage along the river. It will be most obvious. Trees down, trees ripped out. Some of our favourite big trees have gone. What else to expect? Difficulty in getting from Cairns to Port Douglas to Daintree, as at this point the road is impassable. But I can just say, come with an open mind, enjoy what you see, don't expect too much except a lot of visual damage, or damage visually, if I can put it like that.
Well, you talk about those crocodiles. I mean, as someone who lives in Darwin, I can tell you they're pretty remarkable to see up close. Have you had any close encounters with them over the past few days as that water level has risen, Bruce?
Look, there's an old myth that if you're flooded, crocodiles will venture further. I believe it's a myth. We live on the banks of the river here. I've never seen a crocodile near my property. I doubt that it happens, and when the flood does recede, everything gets back to normal. The crocs are back where they normally hang out. So I tend to think it's more mythical, although in flat areas like the Northern Territory, it's probably more likely, but I've not known of anything like that happening here. Crocodiles tend to stay where they've come from.
You mentioned before people pitching in to help one another out. I mean, how impressed have you been with the community spirit and how everyone has got behind one another during the past week or so?
One of the local lads lives down the road, Gary, his house went under, or at least the base of his house went under. Now, he's been remarkable. He's dropped everything, and he's led a group and used the rural fire brigade truck with water, and he's helped everybody else out except himself. So that just tells you a little bit of a story about the strength of people under these circumstances. And I can congratulate him for it. It's wonderful.
Well, that certainly has been wonderful to see. It is a great community up there in Far North Queensland. I really appreciate your time today, Bruce. Hopefully you can still have something of a decent Christmas, even though it's going to be a pretty wet one.
Thank you, Matt, and cheers to everybody in Australia. Hope to see you all up here soon. Thank you very much.